Hey guys, this is Amog here from NashbyGaming, and today we're going to be talking about Bastion. Bastion, if used properly, is probably one of the best characters on Overwatch, and on maps such as Temple of Anubis, he has such a high pick rate, but is so easily destroyed that playing him makes it really hard for the team. But if you use these spots that we're about to show you, you could potentially be a monster for the opposing team. Okay, so on our first point here, we are right by the first choke. And if you go up right by these stairs over here, you'll see a wall with a small ridge. You can Maywall yourself right up on top of this building here. But be very careful because this small ridge over here can push Bastion off of the Maywall. So you want to have Bastion take a small step back so he can actually get onto the Maywall and over the building. Once you've gotten over, take a step over and you can climb to the next ledge. Once you're there, wait for the Maywall to regain its charge, and once it has done so, use another Maywall by pressing E twice, and get a straight line Maywall, and this will lead you to the small little ledge over here. Now, this ledge is high up on this building, so what you can do here is use the protection from the sides of the building and the banners on the wall to protect yourself while spraying down onto the opponents. This could be really annoying for the opponents, because it's going to be very hard for them to hit you, but you can easily spray down on them, making this point very effective and very viable in this map. This second spot here is one much less seen in the game, but has saved me countless times nonetheless. Here you see a small robot broken over, and what you want to do is jump onto that robot, and from there jump onto the red covering of the shop. Make sure May goes first, as she needs to be behind in order for this to go smoothly, or else one of the members might fall down or not make it onto the Maywall. So from here, all you have to do is pop a Maywall, and you're on the small edge. Since the front is so heavily guarded, people tend to come through the left wing here, and with this surprise, you are sure to win the match. This third spot here is probably one of the most practical surprise spots in the entire map. In fact, you don't even need a Mei for this one, as Bastion has the ability to pull it off solo and might be one of the quickest and easiest ones to pull off, and you can even pull it off in a pinch. All you have to do is jump from this building upon the enemy spawn in the second half of the game, and onto the small ridge. From this small ridge you can spray down on the enemies, as many of the Bastion skins also match the shadowed background and the palm tree. It is very hard for the opponents to see you, especially if they are lower ranked. So using this spot, it might be very easy to get off some picks and help your team win the team fight. Now here is another view of the same trick, and as you can see, you arrive here from the staircase right by the bridge, and all you want to do is go to the top floor from there. Once you've arrived here, all you have to do is take a walk across and take a small jump, and once you've jumped over, you're right there and you're set. Okay, so for the fourth point, we are assuming that you lost the first point and are beginning to defend the second point. With this, you can jump upon these pile of bricks over here on the ground and jump onto these pile of boxes. From there, you can jump right across again and use a Maywall to get up. If you look where we're jumping from, you'll notice that there's one spot where the bricks are higher up, and this is much better to jump from here because it's higher up, meaning that there's much less of a jump, meaning that it's easier to get up there. Have Bastion go first this time for the same reason as earlier. Now have Mei wall you both up to this point over here, and you can jump from this circular pad to the top of the arch. This spot gives you huge high ground, and it's also really good as you can take out an enemy from such a far distance, as it gives you a lot of sight. Now if you happen to be in trouble, you can always jump down behind you and go to your healers, but a much better option would be to use the arch for protection and shred through the opponents. If you go down onto the circular pad, opponents will think that you're going back to the healers, but really, you're not. What you can do is use this arch for protection. It protects you from the back and from the side, meaning that you're much more covered and you can easily shred through the opponents. You can heal yourself up first, which is always important, but using this, you can take out a lot of opponents. One thing to note also about Mei is that you can use her from a distance to get Bastion up to the point. But what you want to be careful about is that it's really hard to predict where Bastion's going to be and whether he's actually going to be on a Mei wall or not. So I'd recommend practicing this before you actually go through with it. Alright, so this fifth and final spot is an amazing one, where you can jump onto the small circular pad on this pillar. To start, you'll have to jump by the small bricks by your spawn, and from there, you'll have to walk to the end of the bricks. Here, Bastion can stand in front of Mei for the same reason as earlier, and Mei can bring the Bastion up. Now Bastion can set up right on this pillar over here and take out any enemies that are coming through. He has this huge range of distance and this large amount of sight that he can use to take away any enemies. But he can also use a pillar as a defense and hide behind it. From here, he can take out any enemies that'll come to the point, all the while being protected from faraway enemies who might be able to snipe him down, which is always beneficial. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video or learned something new, please be sure to like the video and click the annotation, which will be appearing now, to subscribe to our channel. We're a new channel, so your support really means a lot to us.